Hello, hi, welcome back. So I've decided to film this one overhead only, so I can get straight into it. But basically, what I wanted to do today was make a franken blush. So I recently, recently-ish, about a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, finished this Too Faced blush. It was in the shade Baby Love. It was a really beautiful neutral shade, and obviously being neutral, that was why it was easier to finish it than any other blush I've had. I've never finished a blush before. But what I wanted to do was make a franken blush out of some eyeshadows that I have. So basically it was inspired by this shade being not a favorite for me in terms of eyeshadow formula. I find that it's a bit more satiny, not very shiny or pigmented or metallic. And so what I wanted to do was combine it with this brown shade and potentially this white shade, although I have some other thoughts about that. And I have layered these shades on my face anyway, like dabbed in. I'll show you my blush brush. I've used a blush brush to like go into one, go into the next, go into the other one, and like touch all three to then use it as a blush, and it looks really pretty. But I wanted to mix them all together to make it an actual blush and pop it into this compact and hopefully get it pressed in well enough that it will stay solid. So I'm gonna, I think get a little bowl, scrape those shades in and make a bit of a mixture and go from there. I should note also that I'm not too precious about this palette. I mean, clearly I've already taken one shade out and replaced it with another here. So for me, I really like, say, the packaging, the cuteness of this little palette. I do like the shades. I like that it's scented, but I find that this one's quite lackluster, so I'm happy to scrape out the whole thing and replace it with a different shadow, and probably use some of this but not all of it, because I would like to keep the brown matte in here. And I was thinking about this one, but I think actually I'll go with a different shade. I'll show you. I was thinking I would go with this color here, because I hardly ever use it, and really all I wanted to use it for was to like dilute the color so it wouldn't be as pigmented as an eyeshadow. It would be more appropriate for a blush. So I think I'll use this one because it's a really pale peach, but like pale that I can't use it as a transition shade, but too dark for me to use as lid setting shade. So I'll be scraping in some of this and then all of this, some of this. So I'll be right back. Okay, hello, I'm back. I have my little bowl. I've washed my hands and I have a cup of tea as well. I have a Lady Grey with soy milk. And so I thought about whether I should speed this footage up or if I should keep it, real time. And I think I'll go real time for this video so that it can be maybe a bit more, I don't know, of that kind of soothing ASMR vibe. But I will go ahead and get started. This one I'll be a bit more careful because I'm keeping the shade intact. I'll just go in with a little bit of a scrape first. So I still want it to look, you know, presentable enough because I'm going to continue using this eyeshadow palette. I mean, yeah, using this shadow within the palette, at least for the time being, until I have another idea for something like this, I guess. Okay, just tip her in, I guess. Oh, it's going to get messy. Whoop. Okay, there we go, you can see there's a bit in there now. Let's go a little bit more. Here we go. You know, funny, it actually already looks a bit more brown, I guess because of that beigey tone instead of using straight white. I'm gonna swatch it out. What do you look like? Okay. Yeah, okay. Still a bit too pink and a bit too deep, I think, so I'll go in with a bit of brown. Give it a bit of a neutral kick. Okay. And I suppose, I reckon a bit more of this beigey color as well. Let's see. Okay, I'm hoping that noise isn't really obnoxious or like super loud. Guess we'll find out. Okay. Yeah, look, I am not convinced yet. That's still really fucking pink. So let's keep on adding in. We've got to be a bit bolder. Hey, there you go. Let's really go for it. Whoop, whoop. Oh yeah, and I should say also the reason that I'm using this brown as opposed to like any of the other browns in my collection, because I have a number of them. This one I thought, well, if I use this shade and it smells like peaches, I might as well use this shade. So then the blush actually does smell like peaches rather than losing that element of it completely. Okay, and this one is of course unscented. I don't think Lime Crime ever did any scented eyeshadows. Sad. So many brands that could. I know most people hate eyeshadows, scented eyeshadows, so I do get it, but as a massive fan myself, I feel like really in the Western market only Too Faced has catered to that consistently. Okay, here we go. Just tangent also, this size of their eyeshadows, right? How perfect would it be if they came out with the chocolate bars redone as minis, you know? Like a condensed chocolate bar that smells like chocolate. I just think, yeah, whether you like Too Faced or not, it's an idea that would just make so much sense to them. Don't know why it hasn't happened yet. Let's see how we're looking now. Okay. here. I mean, I suppose that's a bit more like it. Do you see that's got a sort of peachy ruddiness to it? Is that showing up? I think quite different. I'm just going to stand up and see. Oh yeah, you can see those are more pink. This one's got a bit more peachiness to it now. Oh, I still kind of wanted more brown though. Maybe I'll just swatch it against a different blush that I have. Oh, the camera might move. Ugh. So let's just swatch it against this to make sure I'm not literally just giving myself another blush that's the exact same color. That would be a bit dumb, but let's see. Ah, so that's almost what I've done. Oh well. Okay, this is obviously lighter, a bit more orangey. I think a touch more brown, and we might get there with this one. Yeah. Fuck it, maybe I will. Decisions. Just thinking about whether I will add in a bit of that white or bone coloured shadow as well. Not sure. Okay, I'm gonna put it a bit lower this time. I'll use a fresh finger, there we go. Let's swatch out here. Ooh. Yeah, okay, I think that's looking pretty nice. I think that's more of what I was really going for actually. Have I even gone too far? Nah, right? Nah, she's pretty. Okay, now I think what I'm gonna do, because I don't have a heart-shaped thing to press into this, like the closest I have is like I can, is that, no, that's still too big. I have some makeshift things that I've used to press other pan sizes where I've like pressed things down into a circle-sized pan, circle-shaped or square-shaped, but because it's an irregular shape, because it's a heart shape, I don't have anything that's going to perfectly press it. So I'm definitely not confident doing a dry press for this. So I think I will be using alcohol and just crossing my fingers that this holds stable without needing to add any more binder. I mean, obviously all these shadows are pressed shadows, so they have binder already. And especially because one of them is a shimmer slash, what's the word? Satin. A shimmer satin shade. I do think that should be pretty stable. But anyway, I'm going to use alcohol and yeah, see how we go with that. Okay, so I'm going to be using, here's my isopropyl alcohol. I wonder if this is almost too much for the pan. No, it should be right. Maybe actually I'll get it a little smoother first. Okay. I don't mind if it's a bit speckled, if there are still some chunks, to be honest. 9, 10, 11, 12. I have no idea. Let's see. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay, how fucking stunning is that? Look at that smudgy, shimmery. Oh. Okay. Yep. No regrets. I feel like I've duped something unintentionally. Like not Baby Love, but something else. Does this look like anything to you? I don't know. Looks pretty gorgeous to me. Maybe one more for, two more for good faith. Here we go. Get that smooshiness. Oh, God, it's beautiful. Okay. Yep, I am feeling this, feeling myself. Heck yeah. Let's pop her in. Oh my God. Oh. Hope you guys are liking this too. Isn't she stunning? Mm-mm-mm. So yeah, I'm sure there are I'm sure there are a lot of other creators out there who explain more and do this more tutorial style. I kind of wanted to do this more as a come along with me while I fuck up one of my eyeshadow palettes to make a blush. So yeah, I hope you found this entertaining. Obviously, if you do have any questions, feel free to ask. And yeah, I'll try and remember who I've been inspired by and whose tutorials and stuff I have learned from and pop them in the description. Oh, this is just, I'm so satisfied. Hell yes. Really hope she doesn't crack. Sometimes when you do this, the product cracks. We'll find out, I guess. I think maybe I've done enough smoothing around. Maybe it's time to get a, I mean, I know she still looks real lumpy, but I get a tissue and press it in a bit. Okay. So you can see some of the alcohol is coming out. How's that look? Ooh. Yeah, she's okay. She's okay. She's certainly not flat, but you know, what can you do? Maybe that is a question I should be asking myself a bit more seriously. What can I do? What do I have that's flat? Just going into the makeup drawer. A lot of the lids are kind of rounded actually, but maybe if I have a little, wait, where's the love heart? Here. Where is she? Yeah, yeah, okay. Maybe I need something smaller. Oh my God, you guys, look at the color. It matches so well with the packaging. I feel like a color genius in this moment, not gonna lie. Okay, I love her. Yeah. Oh, and then look, you've got this beautiful little heart. I kind of like these imprints that come off the process, I guess, the leftovers, the remnants. I'll just get a bit more out. See if I can, maybe I should get something pointy for the tippy end. Do I have anything pointy? Not really. Maybe primal. Not really there. Cool, yeah. How's that? How are we looking? Oh, yeah. Do you guys know that the video of the lady with the sponges and she's like, oh, another zigzag. Oh, it does rainbows. This is how I feel. Maybe I'll link her below as well. Check out that energy. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Okay, I think I'll wrap it up here. I might film tomorrow when this is dried. I mean, it may not take a whole day to dry, but just when it's completely dried down, check in to see if it's cracked, do some swatches, and potentially pop it on my face. So I'll see you then. Bye. Okay, hello. It's only about an hour later, maybe an hour and a half, but I think she is now well, it is now dry enough to be swatched out. So just going to go in with clean hands, give it a little bit of a zhuzh. It's feeling really nice, very smooth. The satiny element really helps. So just going in here. Here we go. How's that? Is that showing up? Maybe I need to build it up a bit. Also, wearing my Fitbit reminds me of, yeah, not the coolest look. Reminds me of, there was someone who was saying like, oh, people wearing formal wear really need to take off their Fitbits because you look like a Spy Kid. And I have done that so many times by accident. See, there we go. I think, let me see if that's a color. Oh yeah, so I'm just standing up to see in the monitor if that's an accurate color, and I think it is, although I think it's picking up a bit more orangey peachy on camera. So I'm just going to compare it to the blush in here. Here we go. So just side by side. Yeah, so you can see that this one is much pinker. It also has a little bit more brown to it, a bit more depth. And I'm really happy with that turned out. You can also see, I'll just get the light. It's even a bit more sheeny than that baked blush from Too Faced. I don't have a whole lot of other comparisons that I can do really, because I don't own all that many blushes anymore. Oh, actually, you know what? I have a Physicians Formula blush as well, which is like notoriously sheer. Here we are, so I'll swatch that as well. Okay. How's that? Yeah, so you can see definitely really light, really sheer there, more orangey peachy, and then you've got that pinky but with a solid shimmeriness the way that the Physicians Formula one has as well. So yeah, I am really happy with the outcome there, and yeah, I will wear it, I think, in whatever the next video is that I film where my face is in it as well. But yeah, I think I'll just add my last little tidbit, or I guess maybe very brief ramble about why I did this. But I really think that it's so much fun and so worthwhile if you're interested in trying it, to play with your makeup products and really treat them like what they are, which is tools. And going even beyond that, what they are is just colored powder. Like, these are colored shimmering powders. And I think sometimes we forget that, you know, really these are multi-purpose. So obviously if you have very sensitive skin, always patch test, you know, common sense kind of things like that. But, you know, really most products that you can put on your eyes, you can also put on your cheeks. And even, you know, using lip colors as cheek products and stuff like that. All of these things I think are really worthwhile doing and experimenting with and playing with, because it means that you have a bigger collection than you realize. You have way more blushes than you realize, because really every one of your powder eyeshadows that's in the brown to pink to orange to rust kind of spectrum is also a blush. So I think definitely go for it if it's something you haven't done before. If you do want any advice about making a franken blush in this way, so not just using them together but actually putting them together with alcohol, binding them together, yeah, hit me up, let me know, and I really hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you again shortly. Bye!